Children of Witchwood by Wally K. Daly. Episode 1.
Hi, I'm Jackie Lamont. I have a strange tale to tell. It started at the end of a normal day at college. As ever, Sean and Mandy were waiting for me. They're at the same college, year below me, well old enough to get themselves home. But Mum had a thing about us sticking together, safety in numbers. Ever since Dad died a year before and we moved to this place, she said that we had to guard each other as if we were precious. Truth to tell, Mandy and Sean were okay, but I had a tooth waiting to be filled the next day by Brute, our new dentist. And I was in no mood for their usual endless pop versus classical arguments.
That's pathetic. You do know that, don't you?
Just because I can't stand the racket they make doesn't make me a thicko. You don't need to be an intellectual giant to find their music gross.
And I suppose the classical cobblers you're into makes you an egg brain.
Oh, keep it down, the pair of you. You're breaking my brain.
Well, tell her she's stupid then. Condemning a group she hasn't even listened to yet.
Cut it out. You both know I'm dying of toothache. Give me a break. Over the fence and let's get home.
Do we have to cut through the field? You know it gives me the creeps. Anyway, it does say keep out.
Which you always point out. It saves over 15 minutes. I'm game for it. Come on, Mandy, I'll look after you.
The Cranfords are watching us.
So what? It's not their field. Come on, Mandy. We'll be home in no time. She was right. The Cranfords were watching. A gang of boys plus a couple of girls heading for the old village where they all lived. Really weird bunch. Like peas in a pod. Jet black hair. Eyes with pinprick pupils full of hate. But I must confess that their leader, Jason Cranford, who was in my class, was a bit of a dish. Not that I would have told him, of course. Fat chance. Cranfords didn't speak to anyone except Cranfords.
If anything bad happens, it's all your fault, Jackie.
Nothing bad is going to happen. Now let's get going and keep the noise down so I can suffer my toothache in peace.
You should have it seen to.
Mum's booked me to see Brute before college tomorrow, so a bit more agony and it'll all be over. Bit of luck, I'll be late and avoid all the tests they've got lined up.
Bit tasty.
What?
The incomer girl. Over there talking to her brother and sister. Think she's called Jackie.
She's forbidden fruit. You're a Cranford. Cranfords go with Cranfords. End of story.
Surely I can daydream.
Not unless you're dreaming about me, you can't.
No chance, Becky. I'd rather cuddle up to the cat.
Incomers stay outside the circle. Never forget it. That's the way it's always been. Since then. And that's how it's always gonna be.
That's such old-fashioned tosh, Jason. I might even ask her for a date. See ya.
You wouldn't.
We'll see.
Don't dream of it, Cheever. The family council would shred you.
Bunch of old women living in yesterday.
Let me hear you saying that to I and Peter at the next campfire.
I'm off. See you tomorrow. Stop sulking, Becky. Doesn't suit you.
Up yours.
No asking her for a date, Cheever. Any girl who can take shortcuts through the field is no friend of the Cranfords. No dates.
We'll see.
Why do the Cranford kids hate everyone so much?
I imagine they feel a bit overtaken by the outside people coming into town. You've got to remember, it used to be a village. They're farming folk. Going back 20 years, it would have just been them living here.
They're still watching.
Ignore them. At least we know they never come through the field.
Why not?
Because of all the dead bodies.
You know what Mum said about not being gruesome to Mandy?
Well, it's true. Village history, and she's old enough to know.
Know what? In olden times, some Cranford kids were accused of witchcraft and were burnt here.
I don't feel good walking here.
Change the tune, Mandy. You've done nothing but nag since we set off.
We're halfway there. You'll be home in 15 minutes. I'm glad you took the shortcut.
Children, approach. 3. One female. Hurting.
Epicenter.
Teeth. Mind. Not yet opened.
Prepare for boarding and repair.
Prepared.
What's that noise?
I don't know. I told you we shouldn't have come this way.
Sounds a bit like a generator.
Yes, but we've been here often enough and never heard anything like that before.
We're getting closer to it. It's getting louder.
It's nice.
It's incredible.
The sound totally surrounded us, washed over us. The most perfect feelings started to fill me. I felt almost as though I could float away. Just let go of the earth and float away to the stars. And then I closed my eyes, and that was all I was to remember.
Just 100 metres to the road now. Come on, Mandy, don't hang back.
Where's Jackie today?
No idea. Might have been kept in or something.
Mum won't be pleased. She said we always had to walk back together. Safety in numbers.
Race you for the fence.
You're on!
Where is she? You know you can't come home by yourselves with those rough Cranford kids about. Where did she leave you?
She wasn't with us.
And you came through the field, even though there's a notice saying trespassers will be prosecuted.
It was Jackie's idea.
But you said she wasn't with you.
Well, it wasn't my idea. It must have been Mandy's idea.
No, it wasn't. I hate going across the field, and you know it. Even though it saves us a 20-minute slog down the lane, I would never go across that field unless I was pushed. It's probably not called the burning field for nothing.
Called the what?
The burning field. That's what all the local kids call it.
Well, why do they say it's called that?
They don't talk to us. We're outsiders, remember?
Incomers is what they call us, not outsiders.
Sean?
What?
Burning field?
We did it covering local history. Some kids were apparently burnt in the field as heretics.
Kids?
Yeah, 7 to 10-year-olds. 3 girls, 3 boys. They say they were Cranfords.
And you walk over the field?
It saves 20 minutes.
So, where's Jackie?
No idea.
We haven't seen her, Mum. She must have been kept in or something.
Oh, how dare they? Don't they know there's safety in numbers? I'm going to ring the college.
Got a problem that might be our area?
Unwashed youth?
Got it in one.
What's the problem?
A missing girl. I just had a distraught mother on the phone.
Villager or incomer?
Incomer, just over a year.
How old?
Coming up to 18. Year older than brother and sister.
She'll turn up. Boyfriend problems, no doubt.
It's not quite that simple. It's said that she crossed the field with her brother and sister. She didn't come off the other side. They did.
Anybody else in the area?
Reports say a bunch of Cranford boys and girls watch them going in.
No problem there. They have nothing to do with incomers.
I'll go and talk to the mother.
I'll have a word with Jason Cranford, leader of the pack. If anyone knows anything, he'll know.
Teeth repaired. Prepare for mental opening and revelation.
Preparing.
My eyes opened, but there was nothing to see. It was pitch black, not a slither of light anywhere. I was blind. I tried to move my hands, but I couldn't, nor my arms. And then I tried to move my feet, my back, but it was securely tied down or pinned to a gigantic specimen board. And then I realized that somebody or something was in my mind, right inside my mind. It was as if it was a series of rooms and somebody or something was moving from one room to another, flinging doors open. And when I could stand the feeling no more, I simply screamed.
The subject is showing signs of distress. Re-narcotize.
Re-narcotize. In progress.
And as I continued screaming, the music and the sound that had soothed before came back. and slowly my screaming died away, and I was at peace again.
What's happened, Mandy? I don't get it. They've said we were seen together with Jackie, but we weren't, were we?
Leave it, Sean. The policewoman said she'll talk to us after Mum. Let's just be honest with her and tell her what we know.
What? Nothing?
I guess so. Like, the last thing you remember before we came across the last bit of the field together.
I'm leaving college, seeing you.
And Jackie?
No, just you. And you? What's the last thing you remember?
Something about the Cranford boys.
What about them?
I can't remember.
I'm sure that'll be a great help.
Dry your eyes, Mrs. Lamont. She'll turn up.
I'm frightened.
It's only natural. You'd be amazed how many kids disappear every day, and 99.9% of them reappear after only 24 hours.
I don't want her to be the 0.1% who doesn't.
How did they get along with each other?
Great. They're good friends.
They never fight.
Oh, well, of course they fight. What kids don't? But it's all verbals. It's usually about music. Nothing physical. They were brought up to be gentle with each other. Their father used to insist.
Used to? Divorced?
Oh, he died last year. Cancer. Oh, the kids have been great at looking after me. That's why I know Jackie hasn't just run away. She wouldn't frighten me like that. She's in trouble, and we've got to find her.
We will. I'd like to interview Sean and Mandy now, if you don't mind.
Together?
No, one at a time.
Will I be allowed to be present?
Of course. I'll start with the eldest.
No, that would be Mandy. By half an hour.
Why ask me?
If anyone knows what's going on in the Cranford clan, it's you. So what's going on, Jason?
There ain't nothing going on. We get on with our lives as best we can, while the incomers fill our college to the point where you can't hear yourself think. And the teachers have no time for Cranfords anymore.
You saw the girl go into the field?
Yeah. Her and a couple of younger kids.
Her brother and sister. Did you see when she left them to go on alone?
No. What they did or were doing was of no interest. They're not Cranfords.
We were informed there was an argument, and one boy broke away from the Cranford group, which is normally solid, angry. What was that all about?
Can't remember. So it can't be too serious, can it?
Who was it? Jack? Jake? Cheever? Forrester?
I can't remember.
Did whoever it was that split follow the girl and her brother and sister into the field?
Well, why should he do that?
Maybe he fancied her.
We Cranfords don't mix with incomers. You know that.
By all accounts, she's very pretty.
We don't mix with them. End of story.
Talk to your brothers. Maybe one of them had a change of heart. Give me a ring if you get anything.
Don't hold your breath.
Told you everything there is to tell.
Just take a little bit more time to think it through, Mandy. Okay? What did you do after college?
I met Sean, same as always, out the front. As ever, he was late.
Did you wait for Jackie?
No.
Why not? Your mum said you must all come home together. Why didn't you wait for her?
Why didn't you both wait, Mandy?
I don't know, Mum. Maybe she said she was doing something.
You saw her during the day?
Yes. The three of us met for coffee. We usually do at least once a day.
And she said?
I can't remember.
What can you remember, Mandy?
The Cranfords nearby. Feeling threatened by them. And then having to go over that field I hate going over. And then...
Go on, Mandy, and then what?
Music. Beautiful music. No, not music. Sound. An extraordinary sound. the most haunting, hypnotic sound I've ever heard in my life. Beautiful. Too beautiful for words.
Where was it coming from?
I've no idea. I've simply no idea.
Anything at all, Sean?
It's all blank. To be honest, I can't really remember anything before crossing the last bit of the field with Mandy, climbing over the fence, and coming home along the road.
Just take it a step at a time, Sean. Work backwards, slowly.
I think... No. I know I met Mandy outside of college at the end of the day. I must have done, but that's it.
How about the Cranfords being there? Threatening?
They never frighten me. They're just a bunch of look-alike weirdos.
It's not about whether they frighten you, Sean, but were they there before you climbed into the field, looking at you?
That's what Mandy says she remembers. I can't remember any of that.
And how about the music?
What music?
Mandy said she heard music, or an extraordinary sound. Haunting. Hypnotic.
She's always going on about music. It's her big thing. Particularly classical. If there'd been music for me to hear, it would have been heavy metal or something. There was none.
Do you have anything else you remember?
No. I don't even remember that. The music stuff. Sorry, Mum. I want to help, but it's all a bit of a blank.
That's all right, son. As long as you're being honest, I can't ask anything more from you. Your dad would be proud.
I've got to be honest with you, Danny, I don't like the smell of this one bit.
Your thoughts?
The kids are blank. That's Sean and his twin sister Mandy. But they can't remember being with Jackie in that field at all. And they were in that field with her. We've plenty of witnesses to that. But there's no way they're lying. I think their memories have been wiped clean somehow.
How do you mean?
All memory of what happened erased. But she has gone missing. And it's where she's gone missing that's my big concern. That field has a creepy reputation. Even the Cranfords won't go there.
It was Cranford children who were burnt on the site by witch hunters hundreds of years ago. Youngest 7, oldest 10. 3 boys, 3 girls. They're a very close family, the Cranfords. I think there's an edict that they never visit the field. An edict that's probably hundreds of years old, and they don't break it. To them, it's a gruesome family graveyard to be kept away from. I don't think they'd be involved with anything that happened on that field.
So, what's going on with Jackie? Where's she disappeared to?
Good question, no good answers.
I think we should act now rather than waiting.
And?
A search of the field, using police and volunteers, even though it's only a few hours. If somebody's holding her in there, we've got to get her out.
The chief will hit the roof. Cost her to be contained at any cost, the eternal rallying cry.
But will he approve the action if there's a possible kidnap or murder on his patch and a blemish on our tally sheet?
I think he will. The history of the field on our doorstep gives him sleepless nights as well. Let's go see him.
The police are going to search the burning field.
I know.
How do you know?
Our old friend Detective Danny Sparks came to see me.
Why would he do that? What have you been getting up to?
He wanted to know who among the Cranford boys fancied the incomer, and had they followed her home across the field.
You're not saying I followed her?
Not yet, but it's early days.
What does that mean?
Well, you left us and went off. Where did you go?
I went home.
Did you go across the field?
Don't be stupid, man. We all know better than to do that.
So where did you go?
Home. Straight home. Along the road.
Can I take a look in your hat?
No. You know the rules.
Of course I do. I help lay them down in council. That's why I asked, rather than just popping it in your brain. But if it gets serious, the council can't override you.
I'll bear that in mind. Come the moment when I invite you in, you're welcome. But until then, keep out. There's lots of young man growing up stuff in there I'd rather keep to myself.
Yeah, I hear what you say.
You going to join the search?
You are joking. Go on the field. The council would shred me. And you. So don't be tempted, even though you think she's tasty.
Which will start in 1 hour. Many thanks to you all for coming at such short notice. We're a bit worried that the forecast is not good, and she's not wearing any particularly warm clothing. So the sooner we can find her, the happier we'll be. We're going to spread out across the whole field. Starting from this side, we're going to walk every square foot until we can say categorically that she's not here.
Jackie! 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 Jackie!
Jackie!
The subject is prepared for release.
Not possible. Too many visitors on site. We will hold until darkness falls. Agreed?
Heard and agreed.
Thank you all for attending to help us. It's now too dark to continue, but we are putting on a police guard tonight, and we shall start doing a fingertip search at first light tomorrow. Anybody who wishes to join us is very welcome.
I opened my eyes and looked up at 1,000,000 stars. I could see. What a joy to see light. The 1,000,000 stars confirmed my view. Never have I seen stars so bright. I moved my hands. They were free, no longer pinned. I tried moving my arms, my legs, my back, all could move. I had been freed from the specimen tray, no longer the butterfly pinned to a board. I listened. I was surrounded by nighttime country sounds, so ordinary. I was on the burning field. I tried to stand, but I was too weak, much too weak. I knew my strength would come back finally, but I needed to go soon. Apart from the stars, it was pitch black, so it must be very late. I had to go home. I was starting to get very cold. Looking to the edge of the field, I could see tiny flickering lights every few 100 yards, like fireflies. The lights were coming out around people's heads, who stood there spread out. And as I glanced more carefully at the nearest figure, I saw it was a policeman standing guard. And I instinctively realized I was the reason they were standing guard. I didn't want to be taken to the police station. I wanted to go home. But I needed help to get me there. I needed help. So I closed my eyes and asked for it.
Sean. Sean, wake up.
Mandy? What are you doing in my bedroom? Push off.
Sit down. You've got to get up and get dressed.
I've only just got undressed and gone to bed.
Keep your voice down or you'll wake Mum.
What's going on?
Jackie's been in touch. She needs our help.
I didn't hear the phone ring. Was it your mobile?
It wasn't the phone. It was in my head. She's on the burning field. She's woken up and it's surrounded by police. She wants you to make a diversion so she can get home without ending up in the police station for the night.
But the police searched every inch of the field with dozens of volunteers. She wasn't there. Go back to bed, you're dreaming.
Get dressed, now. She's waiting for us. She's frightened and she wants to come home. We've got to take her big coat. She's freezing.
The girl has appeared back at the centre of the field.
I know. I heard her call her sister. It woke me.
If you could call her sister, it could mean she's been infected.
I know that as well. I'm giving it thought.
Watch your copper! Watch your copper!
Get that kid, Tommy! He was trying to slip through!
When I heard the policeman shout and give chase, calling for the other policeman to join him, I knew that Sean was already there, creating a diversion, and that Mandy would be coming to get me any moment. You can imagine how pleased I felt when she finally came out of the darkness, carrying my coat and helping me to put it on.
Time to go home, big sister. Oh, yes, Mandy. They've gone. All clear.
Great. Sean's done a good job.
Let's hope they don't catch him.
He's like an eel. No chance.
Where have you been, Jackie? We've all been worried sick.
I've no idea. Let's talk about it when we get home.
Do you think she's been infected?
Too early to say. We'll have a better idea when she's back in class tomorrow. Or the next day.
What do we do?
Nothing tonight. When it's confirmed, we take it to council.
You're on the council. What do you think the decision will be?
Over the last few hundred years, the family has learnt control. From father to son, mother to daughter. For generations the message has been passed. If anyone discovers our secret, the witch burners will come back and burn again. We must control and hide the power. Always. If she has been infected, she'll have no control and put the Cranford families in great danger. I think, on balance, the council will decide, for the good of our community, that we must kill her.
In The Children of Witchwood, Wendy Baxter was Jackie Lamont, Emily Chennery was Mandy Lamont, Scott Gray was Sean Lamont, and Jilly Bond was their mother. Laurence Saunders was Jason Cranford, Jez Thomas was Cheever Cranford, and Becky Wright was Becky Cranford. Lorraine Cody was WPC Polly Bell, Daniel Secretary was DC Danny Sparks, and Michael Cochran was the sergeant. The Children of Witchwood was written by Wally K. Daly and directed in Birmingham by Jenny Stevens. The Children of Witchwood by Wally K. Daly. Episode 2.
Hi, I'm Sean Lamont. Weird things are going on. My elder sister went missing today when my twin Mandy and I were walking with her. We were taking a shortcut through a field called the Burning Field, because some kids had been burnt there as witches. Mandy and I got to the other side okay, but Jackie didn't. Trouble was, we didn't know she'd gone missing until later when the police came to question us. Mum freaked, of course. Then, in the middle of the night, Mandy woke me.
Sean. Sean, wake up.
Mandy? What are you doing in my bedroom? Push off.
Keep it down. You've got to get up and get dressed.
I've only just got undressed and gone to bed.
Keep your voice down or you'll wake Mum.
What's going on?
Jackie's been in touch. She needs our help.
I didn't hear the phone ring. Was it your mobile?
It wasn't the phone. It was in my head. She's on the burning field. She's woken up and it's surrounded by police. She wants you to make a diversion so she can get home without ending up in the police station for the night.
But the police searched every inch of the field with dozens of volunteers. She wasn't there. Go back to bed, you're dreaming.
Get dressed, now. She's waiting for us. She's frightened and she wants to come home. We've got to take her big coat. She's freezing.
So it was, of course, totally potty. But Mandy is very persuasive, and she is the oldest by half an hour, so merits respect. After all, All I had to do was distract the police and give Mandy a chance to get on the field and find out she was wrong. That Jackie wasn't there. Piece of cake.
Watch your copper! Get that kid, Tommy! You were trying to slip through!
I had no problem at all outracing the sergeant and his oppo. But what I didn't see was the third copper hiding behind a tree. He stepped out just as I was going full pelt.
Time to go home, big sister. Yes, Mandy. Time to go home. They've gone. All clear. Great. Sean's done a good job. Let's hope they don't catch him.
He's like an eel. No chance.
Where have you been, Jackie? We've all been worried sick.
I've no idea. Let's talk about it when we get home.
Do you think she's been infected?
Too early to say. We'll have a better idea when she's back in class tomorrow. Or the next day.
And if she has been?
For the council to decide at campfire. My vote will be to terminate. The risk to the whole Cranford clan is too great to let her live with the power uncontrolled.
How would it be done?
Don't you listen to your family history?
No.
The last one was over 70 years ago. Nobody alive today who took part, but it's well recorded in the tradition. The whole family gathered together at campfire, made one mind, went searching, found, and collectively seared the brain of the child who'd been infected in the field. Dead in seconds, not a mark to be seen. And nobody had left campfire. Nobody guilty.
That's cruel.
That's self-preservation. And if we have to do it again, we'll do it.
I won't take part.
You won't have any choice.
So, what were you doing there?
I've told you. I couldn't sleep and I wanted to check she wasn't there.
Now, tell us the truth.
Do it, Sean. It might help us to find Jackie.
It was Mandy. Thought she heard Jackie calling to her. I had to get the police to move so she could get on the field without being spotted. Then she would no doubt find it was just a dream.
And did she?
I don't know. Ended up here, didn't I?
Let's go and find out.
You think we should wake Mum up?
You saw her, fast asleep. Poor thing's obviously exhausted. Let's leave it till Sean gets home.
Do you think he'll be okay?
He'll be fine.
Where have you been, Jackie? Where did you disappear to?
I don't know. That's the God's honest truth, Mandy. I remember coming out of college and meeting up with you and Sean as ever, and that's it. Nothing else till I woke up in the field looking up at thousands of stars.
You can't remember the creepy Cranford kids watching us as we went into the field?
No.
The music?
Music?
Yes. That's the last thing I remember. Not music so much as a sound. The most beautiful sound I ever heard. And then you weren't there, and Sean and I went on without you.
Something about music. There's something about music. I was tied down. Couldn't move. Somebody or something was inside my brain. Searching. Walking through my memories. And I screamed.
The subject is showing signs of distress. Re-narcotize.
Re-narcotize and progress.
It's a police car outside. It's the policewoman who came today. And they've got Sean.
Oh, and that's Mum up and on the move. Oh well.
Let's go face the music.
Jackie, you're back! Oh, darling, where have you been? What have you been?
Is it usually this noisy? I'd say at a guess that Jackie is home, and Mum's just discovering it. Plus she spotted I'm not there.
I'm listening. What are you doing out this late and being brought home by the police? Did your dad teach you nothing?
I won't break your brain with the detail, but obviously the police wanted to know what was going on. Mum wanted to know what was going on. I couldn't help as I had no idea what was going on. Mandy couldn't help because ditto, and it turned out Jackie couldn't help either. The coppers demanded that Jackie turn up for interview after college.
You heard this message in your...
Okay,
well, that's...
enough! It's been a long day for all of us, police and people. I suggest we give it a rest and go off to our various beds and pick it up if need be tomorrow morning. Agreed? Good. Good night all.
Out of the mouths of babes and sucklings. He's so much like his father.
OK, Sean's got a point. Jackie, we'll see you tomorrow after college. See what else you can remember.
I'll be there as well.
But of course, Mrs. Lamont, and very welcome you'll be.
Thank you.
But Mum, why do I have to go?
Because you've got an appointment, and if you don't turn up without cancelling with 24 hours notice, it costs me good money which we can't afford.
But my teeth feel perfectly fine. No pain at all.
It'll come back if you don't have them looked at.
Mum.
You're going, and that's an end to it. And you two eat up. I'm dropping you at college first and then going on.
It's too early.
Eat. 5 minutes.
I've checked and rechecked the x-rays, and I must confess I'm baffled. I've got the set of slides from your previous dentist and compared them with the ones I took earlier, and they bear no relationship to each other.
I don't understand what you're saying.
I'm saying not only that Jackie needs no work doing today,
Great
but
news.
she's never had any work done before.
But that's not right. Over the last 4 years, she's had fillings done. I think 3 in all.
4?
Well, there's no sign of them. No sign of any previous dentistry whatsoever. Jackie has quite simply got a perfect set of teeth.
Thank you for seeing me so soon, Minister.
Not surprising in the circumstances. I must confess, over the last few months I've heard precious little from the RM section, and questions on your departmental budgets are now surfacing on a regular basis.
We have a large force throughout the world tracking the unusual, ma'am. Every newspaper is read. Every new science-based book, both fact and fiction, is checked to ensure nothing is accidentally released that breaks the Secret Service ground rules.
A small army to be paid, plus the research costs.
I agree it is enormously expensive, Minister. But so it has ever been, since the department was set up in the 16th century.
Is it really as long ago as that?
Yes, Minister. The ecclesiastical courts pointed the way for the government of the day to take control of all things religious. They set up the RM wing. Religious manifestation to test the validity of any alleged miracles or any unworldly incidents, possibly hoping to feed the military useful information or a new secret weapon. And so it continues to this day.
But in the old days they quickly deteriorated into being simply witch hunters.
Yes, I'm afraid so. It's not a point in our history that the department cares to dwell on. The powers that be directed the department's energies to those who allegedly dealt in the black satanic arts to root out evil, which the department sadly did with a vengeance. It is a particularly grisly incident from that era that brings me to your office today.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. It concerns a field known as the Burning Field in a village called Witchwood, on which, or in which, so we are informed by the police, a young lady went missing last night.
Okay, quiet down, you lot. Thank you. Right, the upcoming test will take half an hour, no more, no less. Then after the break, I'll let you know the result. I'm not expecting any 100% scores. Just do the best you can. Well. There's a turn-up for the book. Our missing heroine of the night before finally deigns to put in an appearance.
I've been to the dentist. My mother said
She did, and she also phoned last night saying I kept you in, which we both know wasn't true. If you need excuses for going missing, don't use me. Now take your seat, let's get on with the test.
Has she been infected?
I don't think we'll know till after the test results.
Why?
Becky, either use your common sense or do some listening to the family history.
What does he mean, Cheever?
What's your score in the test gonna be?
65%.
What's mine gonna be?
60%.
And Jason?
70%.
So, how does that affect her?
If she's been infected, she won't know the rules.
100% guaranteed. And at this stage, she won't even know why.
She disappeared early last night while walking across the field with her brother and sister. They arrived safely on the other side. She didn't. Police and locals conducted a search of the field, and nothing was found.
And she wasn't there?
Apparently not.
Apparently.
In the middle of the night, she reappeared on the same field.
So why the great interest? Young women disappear all the time.
The so-called burning field has a somewhat gruesome history, as mentioned, well documented in the RM archive. In the 17th century, 7 village children aged between 7 and 10 were reported to be doing incredible feats, lifting bales of hay just by thinking about it, reading people's minds, curing people of their ailments by the laying on of hands. All the usual sixth sense capabilities apparently revealed. All of them had gone missing for one night on the burning field, or, as it was then called, Maypole Acre, and all reappeared the next day. Changed.
Changed?
Yes. Children were undernourished and had lots of ailments, from rickets, tuberculosis, clubfoot, through the card. These 7 children went into the field ill, disappeared briefly, and reappeared well. As the news slowly spread of their talents, villagers for miles around were finally too frightened to go to Witchwood. The children stopped talking to each other, but obviously knew what each other child was thinking, all the time.
Telepathy?
Very likely, yes. All 7 were tried as witches. One appeared to be the village idiot and was set free. The others, 3 boys, 3 girls, were quickly found guilty and sentenced to death by the torch.
Oh, they were burnt?
Yes. They were all of the Cranford clan, and even though they lost so much of their young stock, the family still flourishes to this day.
Do you think they could be any part of the young woman's disappearance on the field?
No. The family appears to be barred from the field. They treat it with the respect you would treat an important graveyard. But the story doesn't end there, Minister. We have on record cases of other children disappearing on the field over the last few hundreds of years, and then dying within days.
Of what?
Reports said the children who had, on the whole, been in poor health always reappeared looking remarkably well, while their deaths left no mark and were deemed to be by natural causes. Our records show that we didn't believe that. The children were being executed, but why and how, we had no inkling. They were so regular over the years that the local council finally barred the field, fenced it off and made it out of bounds to the villagers. No deaths or disappearances have been reported for 75 years.
But the girl went walking there.
Yes. Ignored a sign, climbed a fence, crossed a field, went missing, reappeared. And I believe she could be in danger.
Danger?
Yes. Particularly if she is well, with ailments cured.
Okay, settle down. I'm sure you're all eager to hear the results of the test. As ever, the Cranfords managed to score reasonably well, with Jason ahead of the pack at 76%. Followed by Becky at 64%. So, as ever, they're ahead of the rest of you, except for one notable exception. Would Jackie Lamont stand up and come to the front of the class, please?
What for?
Come on, Jackie, don't hang back. I'll discover what for soon enough.
So, what does your department do next?
What the RM section always does, Minister. Check it out. A young woman has gone missing mysteriously, and then reappeared equally mysteriously, having avoided a police search.
That should by rights have found her.
Exactly. And the field she was found on does have a rather bloody history.
Which it would appear your department had a hand in.
True.
Why were they killed?
It was believed they were tools of the devil. Witches.
Face the class, Jackie. I want them to see you clearly.
Like so?
Perfect. I'd like you all to look very carefully at Jackie. Have a good look. This is what a cheat looks like.
What?
That's right. A common or garden cheat.
She must have scored 100%. She's infected.
Will she be able to read our minds, Jason?
Not yet. She won't even know what's going on yet.
What shall we do?
Call an emergency campfire tonight. We must let the whole council know. I and Peter will know what to do for the best.
Yes, a cheat. Jackie's not exactly an Einstein when it comes to maths, yet she managed to be the one person who got the paper 100% correct. The answers to the test have been in my cupboard in the cloakroom for the last few days. Jackie obviously managed to get in there and learn the answers. Your score is 0, Jackie. And I will be informing the head of your behaviour.
To say Jackie was a little upset would probably be the understatement of the year. She was devastated. None of us have really made close friends since we've been here, and that's probably why we stick together. But there were a couple of girls in her class, not Cranfords of course, but incomers like us, who she'd been getting really pally with. But after the class, when the teacher, Iceberg as she was commonly known, had declared Jackie a cheat, both the girls had walked past Jackie cutting her dead. When she went to sit with them in the canteen, they both stood up and walked away and sat somewhere else. So she came looking for us, and now, having told us all, was having a good blub on Mandy's shoulder. I couldn't help but notice that the Cranfords were floating about nearby, not unlike some basking sharks watching out for lunch. Ignore them. We'll be out of earshot soon.
It's bizarre, really bizarre. What is? They've got to be right.
In what way right?
I'm somehow cheating.
Don't be daft. You can't cheat. You're a Lamont, as Dad would say.
Sean, you missed the point. Coming top at maths for a brief second was brilliant, but...
I can't begin to imagine.
I can. It comes from doing your homework and revising a lot.
The same old song, same old song.
Let me finish. So, next class, history. I expect to do well there as it's my favourite subject and I'm well read on where we're at. And I do brilliantly. But French class following that. As a rule, I'm average but struggling. And I wasn't struggling. Every piece of French I heard, I understood straight away. When I spoke, it was flawless, grammatical and interesting, without an or an R or a pause. And Mademoiselle Shortskirt was obviously knocked out. Suddenly, Instead of stumbling, I was fluent. Cranfords are watching again. Again? Like they did last night when we went on the field.
I can't remember.
Me neither.
Are we going over the field tonight to save some time?
No. No way. Gives me the creeps now. Anyway, I've got to go for my interview at the police station. I'll have to walk past the Cranfords on the corner to get there.
That didn't bother me.
Me neither. It's creepy the way they just stare. I'm frightened. I said ignore them.
So, Cheever, do you still fancy her now she's going to be able to read your mind?
She can't read my mind. It's against the rules.
There are no rules for incomers. They don't know how carefully the power has to be controlled. What an idiot she was. Getting the test completely right today.
She could be taught how to control it.
By who?
By me, if the council gave permission.
Never in 100 years.
We'll see.
That's just 'cause you fancy her.
What better reason could there be, Becky?
So we got to the police station as agreed, and Mum was there to greet us as agreed, and then the whole thing was a total farce. Mandy and I sat outside while Jackie went in with Mum to be interviewed by the two coppers. Then a copper passed through without looking at us with the most amazing black eye, and I realised that it was the copper behind the tree that I crashed into the night before. And then Mum and Jackie came out, and we were allowed to go. But there was one problem. The local press had got the story, Maid Goes Missing. What a riot!
We just want to get home.
I have consulted the tradition and discovered the following. This is the 631st campfire since then. And then saw death and pain and the near destruction of our Cranford family. This was agreed by our forefathers. Then must not ever be allowed to return. We will marshal our forces to ensure the witch hunters and burners will never threaten the children of the Cranford line again. Any family member sensing such danger can call an emergency meeting of campfire. And so it is tonight. Those who called this meeting, stand and state your name.
Jason Cranford, son of Ezek and Rebecca Cranford, of this, the parish of Witchwood.
Cheever Cranford, son of Zach and Tiddy Cranford, of this, the parish of Witchwood.
Becky Cranford, daughter of the widow Celia Cranford, relict of former village elder Jesse Cranford.
Jason, as spokesman, you stay standing. The others may sit.
The family's under threat from an incomer. Her name is Jackie Lamont. She's in our class at school. She crossed the field with her brother and sister last night. Their brother and sister arrived at the other side. She didn't. At college today, she demonstrated that she now has the power. She doesn't yet know it and can't control it. And I feel this endangers the whole of our clan. Once she discovers her new talents, as she surely soon will, and word spreads of her capabilities, chances are the modern day burners will once more come calling, and discover our secret preserved for hundreds of years.
And what would you suggest we do about it?
As we had to do so often in the past. Most recently 75 years ago, according to the tradition. Remove her.
She's just a girl.
Death.
Death.
In The Children of Witchwood, Michael Cochrane was BQ Brown. Wendy Baxter was Jackie Lamont. Emily Chennery was Mandy Lamont. Scott Gray was Sean Lamont. And Jilly Bond was their mother. Laurence Saunders was Jason Cranford. Jez Thomas was Cheever Cranford. Becky Wright was Becky Cranford. And Robert Lister was Ian Peter. Lorraine Cody was WPC Polly Bell. And Daniel Secretary was DC Danny Sparks. The Children of Witchwood was written by Wally K. Daly and directed in Birmingham by Jenny Stevens. The Children of Witchwood by Wally K. Daly. Episode 3.
Cheever Cranford. That is who I am. Though you can't see me, my voice in your brain is real enough. This is a different form of communication to that which you know. Not lips moving, making words, spewing them out. No. No words. Thoughts. No vocal instrumentation necessary. I think of you, put your face in my mind's eye, and, wherever you are, my thoughts will find you, and, if I so wish, you will be the only one who receives my message. In truth, there are those of the Cranford clan who would see my mind-to-mind talking to you as a betrayal. But I am of a mind that it is time to move out of the Dark Ages, where we, the Cranford clan, have all lived much too long, and start living in the 21st century. For the family to finally move among those lesser mortals who have not as yet had their sixth sense revealed. Oh yes, that is the secret we are told we must never share. My sixth sense, the sixth sense of all the Cranford family, has been revealed. We can do what to the outside world appear to be miracles. How did this come about? To discover that, we must consult the testimony. The testimony is the sum total of our history since the burning in 1650. Nobody knows it all, the testimony. It is just wisps of words, and the words are passed, a whisper in the mind from father to son, mother to daughter, throughout the generations. A liturgical history of our clan, from then until now. The year 1650.
Witch hunting was in fashion.
Toured the villages looking for signs
of witchcraft.
Villagers talked. The children of Witchwood did things.
Lifted heavy weights without effort.
Talked to each other without speaking.
Knew what people were thinking.
The witch hunters heard.
The witch hunters came.
RM section.
Religious manifestations.
No escape.
Guilty, as charged.
Burn them! Aye, let them burn!
So they burnt them, 6 of the 7.
And one child, pretending to be mad,
went free.
His children were born with the power.
As were their children.
To the present day.
Hide it. Always hide it.
Or the witch hunters will come back.
RM section.
Religious manifestation.
She disappeared early last night while walking across the field with her brother and sister. They arrived safely on the other side. She didn't. Police and locals conducted a search of the field, and nothing was found.
And she wasn't there.
The so-called burning field has a somewhat gruesome history, as mentioned, well documented in the RM archive. In the 17th century, 7 village children aged between 7 and 10 were reported to be doing incredible feats, lifting bales of hay just by thinking about it, reading people's minds, curing people of their ailments by the laying on of hands. All the usual sixth sense capabilities apparently revealed. All of them had gone missing for one night on the burning field, or, as it was then called, Maple Acre, and all reappeared the next day, changed.
So, what does your department do next?
What the RM section always does, Minister. Check it out. A young woman has gone missing mysteriously, and then reappeared equally mysteriously, having avoided a police search.
That should by rights have found her.
Exactly. And the field she was found on does have a rather bloody history.
Which it would appear your department had a hand in.
True.
Why were they killed?
It was believed they were tools of the devil. Witches. To my mind, they had simply had their sixth sense revealed somehow.
Sixth sense?
The ability to apparently perform minor miracles by using a sense we all allegedly have, but don't know how to use.
Do such people really exist?
Almost certainly, yes.
And we all have this ability?
So it is said. I have a team researching it even now.
But why?
Recruitment.
Recruitment?
Oh, yes. Anyone with the power we want on our team.
Will they know who you are?
No. RM section is one secret that has never got out. We at Religious Manifestations can go about our business without any possibility of being discovered.
At campfire, Jason spoke eloquently on the subject of the incomer's talents.
The family's under threat from an incomer. Her name is Jackie Lamont. She's in our class at school. She crossed the field with her brother and sister last night. Their brother and sister arrived at the other side. She didn't. At college today, she demonstrated that she now has the power. She doesn't yet know it and can't control it. And I feel this endangers the whole of our clan. Once she discovers her new talents, as she surely soon will, and word spreads of her capabilities, chances are the modern-day burners will once more come calling and discover our secret preserved for hundreds of years. We must at all times prevent the knowledge of our capabilities coming to light. That is a basic family rule. We have successfully done so for over 300 years. And now this woman incomer comes amongst us and puts us all at risk. Oh, we know the government still searches for people with the talents that we hide. We would, from a military point of view, be the most valuable piece of artillery the world has ever known.
I could see that he had convinced those at campfire that she was a danger, and therefore she was in danger. I knew from the tradition that the last time this had happened, a young child only 12 years old had his mind burnt out. I had to act quickly, told Iron Peter I would speak, and he called on me to do so.
Cheever?
Jason speaks wisdom as ever, but I feel it as early days. She has indicated that she has power. She does not as yet know that she is getting the answers straight from the mind of the teacher, but by the end of that first day she was being careful not to get too many answers right.
You read her mind?
No. I felt that inappropriate. Even though she is not a Cranford, and therefore the rules of not reading without permission do not apply,
But her score did fall appreciably when she realised how overly bright she had suddenly become. Nobody wants to be top of the class and friendless.
So, what do you suggest?
I think she could be guided into control.
No, it's too dangerous. She'll reveal our truth. Bring down the clan.
So how would you deal with the matter, Jason?
The tradition tells us the way.
Make one mind.
Visualise the victim.
Concentrate.
See their minds.
Hone in on it.
Do what has to be done. Burn.
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 Burn. Death comes quickly.
That is too barbaric for the present age. We must move with the times.
Be discovered?
If need be, yes. We could teach the world to see and hear in a new light. We could open willing minds and let them know how to use their sixth sense.
What you suggest is very extreme, Cheever. But it will be discussed by council in emergency session. Until then, keep an eye on the girl. Stop her going too far if you can, and without letting her know of our gifts. Jason, when requested, you must help.
Orion Peter!
I have spoken!
Jackie, wake up! Jackie! You've got to wake up, there's a problem.
Thank goodness you woke me. I was having the most horrendous nightmare.
About being lost on the burning field with the police searching for you?
That's fantastic. How could you possibly have known that?
Because it really happened. Get up and come to the window.
What?
Now!
Who are they? What's going on?
Jackie's only gone and got herself famous.
What?
Come and see for yourself. She's going to be on the front page of every tabloid in the land. In her pyjamas.
Oh no, I never thought of that. Let me get back to bed.
There's hundreds of them. How are we going to get to college?
Well, hopefully we're not.
Don't worry, we'll get you there. Mandy, stop posing for the cameras. And come away from that window. Time for breakfast.
I'm glad I'm wearing my new nightie. I look great in the sun.
I heard her cry out. I'm sure the other Cranfords would have if they'd been concentrating on her, but they weren't. I was. She lay down on her bed, closed her eyes, and suddenly the voices were flooding in. Not voices as you know them, but thoughts. The thoughts of everybody under her window and even in the room. Her brother, sister, mother, everybody. An unbelievable cacophony of thought streams, unintelligible because too many thought at once. She was drowning in sound.
Jackie, what is it?
Jackie, stop that now.
Come on, help her. She's in pain.
Stand up, Jackie, stand up.
Open your eyes. Get off the bed and open your eyes.
Stop it! No!
I knew she wouldn't know how to stop it, so I had to go into her mind and help her. Jackie, close the shutter. There is a shutter at the back of your mind. Shut it. Shut it now. See it? A bright white light shining through it. There. Just imagine shutting it. That's all you have to do. Imagine shutting it. Do it now, Jackie. Do it.
Stop!
You can.
Get out of my head! Stop the
Do
noise!
it now.
No! I can't!
And finally, in her mind's eye, she floated across to the shutter, fought against its weight, and shut it.
What happened to you?
What happened, Jackie?
I could hear them all the people outside. I could hear them in my head. So noisy. It was driving me mad.
What they were saying?
No! What they were thinking. It was what they were thinking.
Now, how could that be?
It's the same as last night.
In what way?
I heard you. When you asked me for help on the burning field, I heard you. In my head.
That's right. I thought Mandy was being potty, but she woke me up and told me she'd heard you.
What's going on here?
I don't know, Mum, and I'm frightened. Somebody came in my head and talked to me.
Talk to you?
Yes, told me how to stop the noise.
Who?
I don't know. Just a calm voice telling me what to do.
Now I'm telling you what to do. Let's get you all to college and things back to normal.
We'll never get through the crowd, Mum.
Well, what are the police for, if not for protecting the public from unwanted media attention?
She's at home, surrounded by hordes of reporters.
I know.
So, she won't be in college today?
The mother rang the police station. What's with Becky? She doesn't look too pleased.
We have a visitor. College gates. Very interested in Wonder Girl.
Who is he?
Says he's a reporter, but he's lying.
So who is he?
Have a look in his mind. But prepare yourselves for a shock.
I never really believed the stories.
What? That they might come back one day?
That the department even existed.
It obviously did, and it does. BQ Brown of the RM section is here in person to prove it. What do we do about it?
Course a little heat. If he's pretending to be a reporter, chatting up kids at the college gate, chances are he's a paedophile, and the children's liaison officers at the local station should be called in. Give him a ring, Becky.
I just thought I'd better let you know, that's all. I mean, he's pretending to be a reporter, but there's no way he is. I've seen the movies, and he hasn't even got a shorthand pad. No, he's obviously a perv chatting up kids hoping to score.
Thanks, Polly, for coming so quickly.
Oh, that's all right. I was standing by. This bunch outside was spotted early by the beat bobby and he rang it in.
It's amazing, all this fuss.
Apparently TV Breakfast News ran it in its first broadcast, playing up disappearing schoolgirl in the creepy field.
But haven't the reporters got anything better to do than hang about my front door?
In a quiet month, you're the news, I'm afraid. Apparently it's as bad at the college. My partner, Danny Sparks, has gone there to keep an eye on the situation, so we should have no problem getting you in.
So, how do I get them all to college?
Easy. I'll take Jackie off with me now, and that should take the heat off outside. Then you can take the other two in when the noise dies down a bit.
I wonder if you'd mind telling me what you're doing here, sir?
And who might you be?
Police. You've been reported as hanging around the gate.
Same as everybody else. I'm hoping to be interviewing Miss Jackie Lamont when she arrives, along with the other reporters.
But you're not a reporter, are you?
Good Lord, how awfully astute. How on earth did you know that? No, I'm not.
So, what are you doing here?
I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to tell you in public.
So you can tell me at the police station, then?
On reflection, perhaps best to have the local police on my side. So, the station it is, then.
I was keeping watch on how things proceeded in my mind's eye. Knew when Jackie left her home with the policewoman, closely followed in the next car by her mum, brother and younger sister. I was also physically watching the college gates and saw the copper Danny Sparks pull up, chat briefly to the RM man, then put him into his car. I hadn't paid attention to what was being said by the gate. Luckily, Becky had.
He's asked to be taken to the burning field.
And the copper's gonna do it?
Yeah. Brown has obviously got some very serious paperwork on him. He mentioned the Ministry of Defence associations and showed an ID.
So he's convinced them?
It would appear so. Big question is, what's he doing here?
Obviously to question the girl. Where's Jason?
In class. Keeping I and Peter informed. That's the car with the girl in it.
I know. funny thing was, when I saw her approaching in the car, coming through the gate and driving right up to the front entrance of the college, my heart started doing crazy things. I've never really fancied a girl in my life before, but I realised that's what it was. I'd fallen for her in a big way.
What's wrong with you? You've gone all gormless and gooey looking. Why don't you forget her? You know you're going to marry me in the end, don't you?
No way.
Come on. Let's get inside the classroom and make sure she gets up to nothing stupid.
WPC Bell?
Hi, it's Danny. Everything go all right there?
No problem. The girl and I got away from the house first, and Mum followed behind with the other two. You collared the reported perv at the college, all right?
The caller got it very wrong. I'm actually in the car at the moment with a man from the Ministry of Defence.
What?
Yes, Mr. B.Q. Brown.
A small enough name, but enough to mark me out.
At his request, I'm taking him to the field the girl disappeared on, and he'd like to know if you're free to go there as well.
Why?
You questioned the girl after she disappeared on the field. Now Mr. Brown wants to question you.
I'll be there in about 5 minutes.
Good morning! Today we start exploring a new mathematical wonderland, which will be initially baffling to all of you, except the Cranfords. And yesterday's genius, the I disappeared on a field and came back a brilliant mathematician, Jackie Lamont. I'll write the problem on the whiteboard here at the front. Please take your time to write it down accurately.
Ah, would that perhaps be the young lady we are waiting for, Detective Sparks?
Yes, sir. WPC Polly Bell.
Charming name. Good. While waiting her arrival, I shall continue my appraisal of the field. Now, where exactly did the young lady disappear?
I'm afraid we don't actually know, sir.
Not to worry. I'll have a good scoot around, and no doubt something will strike me.
I got here as quickly as I could.
Not to worry. He seems happy enough.
What's he doing?
He's having a good scoot around, and no doubt something will strike him.
Totally potty.
To appear so, yes. Except the chief phoned and said kid gloves all the way.
His brass.
With a vengeance.
Head cocked to one side. What's he listening for?
Your guess is as good, if not better than mine.
Human in range. Serious cardiac lesion is indicated. Death imminent.
Hours?
Days. Intervention?
Age of subject?
48 Earth years.
Outside our parameters. Ignore.
Okay, keep it down. Just get on with it. I'll expect the answer in the next 2 minutes.
I exchanged a look with Jason and Becky. We, of course, knew the answer already, as in all likelihood did Jackie. The difference was, we weren't going to give it. Neither was she. Didn't want to show off in front of her new friends. But the teacher had been goading her for the whole lesson. Every time she spoke to Jackie, it was barbed. She didn't once say, "You stole the answers to the test the other day from my cupboard," but it was clear from her voice that is exactly what she would like to say. She knew without doubt that Jackie was a cheat and a fraud. Jackie knew she knew that, and her anger was slowly building to the boil. She was a seething volcano of suppressed rage that must surely finally overflow.
WPC Bell, how delightful to meet you.
And to meet you, sir.
You're too kind. The Chief Super has been telling me how diligently you have been working on the case of the disappearing damsel to date.
And didn't get very far, I'm afraid. The young lady remembers nothing of the event.
I'm not surprised. Blanked it out, no doubt. or had it blanked out. Who needs to remember devilish deeds, particularly on this field? There is something about this place that reeks of fear.
It's called the Burning Field.
Yes, I know the story, know it well, but that was hundreds of years ago. This is now. There is something deeply mysterious about this site. Not necessarily evil, not necessarily good, but I can almost smell it. It is here beneath our feet. I would like to interview Miss Lamont on this field. Would that be possible?
Press will be a bit of a nuisance.
They won't know. It'll be night time.
Her mum might have a word or two to say about that.
I'm very good with mums.
I'll try to get it organised.
Good. And a meeting with the Cranford family?
You know the Cranfords?
No. But I will, given time. I will.
The teacher managed 3 more digs at Jackie before she came looking for the answer to the impossible mathematics question.
OK, time's up. Let's go to Clever Clogs first. How about standing up and letting us have the benefit of your genius again, Jackie? Got the answer?
The answer is 6578.924.
I don't believe it. She's been in my locker again.
And then Jackie quite simply blew. I could see at a glance that Jason and Becky immediately knew what was about to happen. All 3 of us had, as children, had temper tantrums that could have been devastating in their effect if we hadn't had our parents on hand to keep us in check. Even so, I remembered that Becky had managed when she was 4 to slip out of their control once and blow the roof off the farmhouse. And that was simply because she didn't want to eat her greens. I simply took charge. Jason, you hold the teacher's desk down. Okay. Becky, when she mentally grabs the teacher and tries to throw her to the ceiling or out the window, hang on to the teacher's ankles so she can't move, but try not to break them.
Okay.
Hang on. Jackie's closed her eyes. Look at her face, it's even more full of hate. Here it comes! One! I don't believe it. Even we aren't that powerful. She's calling up a storm. Hang on to her, Becky. She doesn't know what she's doing.
If she can't have the teacher, she's going for the desk. I can't hold it, Cheever. I can't hold it. It's gonna fly through the window. Help me hold it.
I can't. I'm trying to get through to her mind and stop this thing now. Hang on to it.
Oh, I can't. She's too strong. I gotta let go. She's throwing it through the window.
Let her go. I'll stop her banging her head on the ceiling. Set the alarm off, Becky. Let's get the police here.
That's all we need. The family secret's bound to come out now. She's twirling the teacher round and round in the air. Can't you see this is a family disaster, Cheever?
As I mentally held the teacher's head below the ceiling to save her banging it and hurting herself too much, I watched Jason and knew he was now more determined than ever to get Jackie killed. And Jackie, she simply stood there, eyes closed, smiling.
In The Children of Witchwood, Michael Cochrane was BQ Brown. Wendy Baxter was Jackie Lamont, Emily Chennery was Mandy Lamont, Scott Gray was Sean Lamont, and Jilly Bond was their mother. Laurence Saunders was Jason Cranford, Jez Thomas was Cheever Cranford, Becky Wright was Becky Cranford, and Robert Lister was Ian Peter. Lorraine Cody was WPC Polly Bell, and Daniel Secretary was DC Danny Sparks. The Children of Witchwood was written by Wally K. Daly and directed in Birmingham by Jenny Stevens. Children of Witchwood by Wally K. Daly. Episode 4.
My name is B.Q. Brown. I work for the Ministry of Defence and report directly to the Minister, a charming lady who has been with us for some months now, and hopefully so it shall remain, barring a change of government, of course, or a quick reshuffle. Worries about my heart. Last medical not too hot. Pipework a bit potty, apparently. But one soldiers on. Still, nice of her to worry. Where was I? Oh, yes. I work for a department at the Ministry called the RM section. A hangover from the times when religious manifestations, which is what the initials stand for, miracle workers, shaman, spirit callers, etc., were rife. And the government of the day rather hoped the department could find something of useful military significance across the dross of primitive belief. They singularly failed in that aim, but the department did, by default, become involved with witch hunts, at which, it turned out, they were rather good. And sadly, many poor misguided creatures, old ladies in the main, usually with their cat at their side, burnt on their say-so. Perhaps the most notorious event took place on the field where I am now standing. Known locally as the Burning Field, where, in the 17th century, 6 young children of a local family clan called Cranford, aged between 7 and 10, were burnt as witches. One pretended to be mad, the village idiot as it were, and escaped. And from him descended all other Cranfords to the present day, the leader of whom I shall, hopefully, be speaking to at some point.
Mr. Brown!
More recently, on the same field, 2 nights ago, an 18-year-old girl went missing, and then reappeared, mysteriously, in the middle of the night, in the middle of the field. Where had she been? That is what I'm here to find out.
Mr. Brown! Mr. Brown!
Oh, he's obviously in a daze. You give it a try, Polly. We've got to get moving. I'll drive off to the college now. You bring her along, and I'll catch up with you there.
Okay. Mr. Brown! Mr. Brown! We've got to go! The desk sergeant's called in to say something's happening at the college. Something bad. Mr. Brown! Something's happening at the girls' college.
DC is running for his car, WPC calling. Presumably something untoward underway.
I'm on my way, WPC Bell.
We've got to stop this, Cheever. I'm trying to. But to do that, I've got to get into Jackie's mind. But I can't do that while I'm trying to stop the teacher smashing her skull on the ceiling.
I'll take over the teacher.
It'll take both of you. Jackie's turning out to be ferociously strong.
Okay, I'll work with Becky on sorting the teacher out. You get into the girl's head and try to calm her down.
I'm going into her mind now.
Teach you, teacher, teach you. I hate you. Anger, hate, destroy, teach you.
Jackie,
teacher, teach
I know you hurt. I know she was wrong to bait you in such a fashion. She's more of a child than we are, but it's not good to get out of control this way. Can you hear me, Jackie? I want you to picture a beautiful beach, Jackie. I'm painting the most beautiful beach in your mind. Can you see it? Soft, white sand stretching for miles. Feel the sun on your face. Feel it, Jackie. Warm and soothing. A cool breeze passing over you. Listen. You can hear the water lapping up onto the beach. Yes. That's it. Now you can hear it. You're back from your swim. Drying off in the sunshine. So relaxing. So relaxing. Now you can hear children playing nearby. Your brother and sister playing with them. safe at the beach. So happy to be here with you.
He's got through to Jackie. The teacher's about to crash to the floor. Put her down in a seat.
Okay.
Cheever! Cheever, are you back yet?
Yeah, I'm back. She's through it. Be opening her eyes any minute.
Does she know it was you?
No.
Well, don't give her any clues.
Of course not. Not for the moment.
She's opening her eyes.
I am not a cheat, miss. I am not.
What's all there to do? Fire broke out?
No, nothing so ordinary. You've missed the fun, Polly. Freak storm, apparently. Thunder, lightning, the whole caboose. The kids are thrilled. They're being sent home early, plus having a day off tomorrow while the damage is assessed. Brigade's here to ensure the building's not likely to collapse. Oh, Mr. Brown, sorry I didn't see you there. Missed all the fun, I'm afraid.
Fun, you say?
Yes. Thunder, lightning, windows breaking, general mayhem.
I see. And the reported mayhem took place in the classroom of the girl who went missing on the field, Jackie Lamont, yes?
Yes, they did. But...
a lifetime's experience, DC Sparks.
So, what does it suggest?
Normally it would, I imagine, be down to the poltergeist effect.
But you don't think so?
No. No, at a guess, it's an enormous mental capability undreamt of by the person in question, and as yet, totally uncontrolled. And for the moment, probably uncontrollable. A small portion of a sixth sense revealed. Now, my advice would be not to step on this young lady's toes just at the moment, otherwise you could be in a great deal of trouble. A very great deal of trouble indeed. And now perhaps I could finally be allowed to speak to her?
She's gone home.
You let her go home?
With no reason to keep her. And her mother came to collect all three of them. She was the first parent to arrive, in fact.
But how did she so quickly know about the difficulties in the college, DC Sparks?
I don't know, Mr. Brown. I simply don't know.
But how did you do that, Jackie? I'm standing in the kitchen ironing, and then suddenly you're in my head saying, "Come and get us, Mum, quick."
I don't know, Mum, I just thought it.
How did you speak in my head?
Mum, let's just be grateful. Mobiles are banned in college, and the only phone we're allowed to use was awash with kids. If it hadn't have been for Jackie, we'd still be there now.
Well, let's get you home. Oh, and let's hope those reporters are all pushed off.
Could be a little bit worse, actually, Mum.
How's that?
There was a bit of a drama at college.
Drama?
A localised storm. Thunder, lightning, whirlwinds and what have you.
Oh, how awful. Was anyone hurt?
Teacher got caught in the wind, was lifted in the air and twirled round a bit, apparently.
What?
Yeah, and her desk was thrown through the window.
Oh, no! So where did all this happen?
Jackie's class.
Although I must confess I always find the activities of the fire and ambulance services of great interest generally, and stop to watch them perform at the drop of a hat, the fact there is no fire to put out or injured to attend to does rather take the shine off the event. So perhaps one of you would now be good enough to give me a lift to the Lamont household so I can interview the young lady?
No. I must say, Mr. Brown, though it has been delightful to have your company for a short while this afternoon, there is now a lot of work to be attended to by WPC Bell and myself.
I think it might be appropriate to give your Chief Super a call, Detective Constable. When you do, you will discover that you are both now, on a need-to-know basis, attached to the Ministry of Defence, or, more specifically, to the RM section of the Ministry of Defence. That is, you are now mine to command as need be.
And she was like a mad creature, Aunt Peter. We could hardly hold the force she was applying.
At one point, I was using my mind to hold the teacher's ankles tight to stop her from flying to the ceiling.
Yeah.
But while Jason held on to her table, a great big mahogany job. But he couldn't hold it and it went flying through the window.
It weren't just that it were heavy, it was the girl's mind. She was just so powerful.
I had to let go of the teacher's ankles finally to save her breaking her legs, and she flew straight up into the air and started going round and round like a ceiling fan.
Are you holding your peace, Cheever? Or simply biding your time?
Biding my time, Peter. What Jason and Becky are saying is true. It was a very serious, out-of-hand psychic event that couldn't help but attract comment and put us at risk of discovery. But there is more to the story than that.
Share it.
I went into her mind to try to calm her, and it was a cauldron. A seething cauldron of hate. True, Jackie had been goaded by the teacher beyond fairness, but the revenge was out of all proportion. She had no idea of the power at her disposal. If she had, she probably would have been terrified.
What do you suggest?
We must warn her of what she is truly capable of doing, Peter, before she loses her temper again and someone dies.
How can we do that without putting the family at risk of discovery?
To be honest, I don't know. And to be brutally honest, I don't care. The time for revelation might have arrived.
That is a matter for the council alone.
I accept that. But thinking revelation one further point. She has no worry at all letting her family know what she is capable of doing. When she needed her sister last night, she called her by mind as easy as if she'd used a mobile phone. Today she needed her mother and did exactly the same thing.
You were listening?
I was. And I think common sense dictates that we now listen all the time. I finally, and reluctantly, come round to a point made at the very outset by Jason. I think the secret of the Cranford families, that has been hidden safe for hundreds of years, is now truly in danger of being revealed. And we should perhaps prepare for the consequences of that.
But how do you do it, Jackie? I mean, it's a brilliant trick, but how do you do it?
I don't know, Mandy. It's just both times I was in a scrape and needed you. I was feeling really sorry for myself. I'd been crying, and I called to Mum.
She heard and came, right? How about if you're not feeling sorry for yourself, at risk or whatever, and just put a call in? Would it work?
No idea.
Well, why not try it?
How?
Sean's next door, bound to be lying on his bed reading his comic. Why not ask him to come in for a minute?
I'll have to close my eyes so I can picture him.
Go on then. Go for it. Come.
What do you want, Jackie? I'm trying to do my homework.
Tell me, WPC Bell, how do you feel about not being consulted about your new duties?
Not quite as strongly as Danny. Miffed, to a degree, but also a little fascinated as to what we might discover over the next few days.
Who knows, WPC Bell, who knows? Tonight in the dark, on the burning field, for instance.
We're going to the burning field?
Yes. Didn't I mention it?
Do I have to go? I've a very low I'm terrified threshold. I'd face a giant drunken villain without a qualm, but ghosts and ghoulies and owls hooting's not my favourite stamping ground, I'm afraid. You really need me there?
Essential, I'm afraid. Miss Lamont will be with us, and you will be the chaperone. And let's face it, the field will be surrounded on all sides by members of your constabulary. And members of all the other local constabularies, come to that.
The Chief Super sanctioned that?
He had very little choice. The Chief, his force, and all the other local forces I mentioned are now, by order of the Prime Minister, under the direct command of the Ministry of Defence, and in turn under my command.
But why? What on earth's going on?
I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to tell you just yet. But in the fullness of time you will no doubt discover, and will doubtless find it as fascinating as I do.
That's absolutely brilliant, Jackie. I heard you clear as anything, right inside my head. Why don't you teach us how to do it so we can talk to each other without messing with mobiles or Mum knowing what we're saying?
Great idea. do it, Jackie.
I'm not sure if I can. In fact, I'm not really sure why I can do it in the first place. Except I couldn't do it before I went missing on the field, and now I can. So, it's something to do with what happened to me there, I imagine.
What else can you do?
How can I possibly know, Mandy?
Well, we know you can wreck buildings for a start when you get your temper up.
Shut up, Sean.
That wasn't me. It was just a freak storm. Mandy, he's wrong, isn't he? Just a freak storm.
Kids said the teacher was being really rude to you and that you just closed your eyes and suddenly all hell broke loose.
Thunder, lightning, whooshing wind, glass breaking, stuff like that.
That can't really have been me.
Can't you remember what happened?
No. I did lose my temper and I was furious. So really, really angry. I closed my eyes and blew a fuse.
And the fuse blew up a storm and the college and through the teacher's big mahogany desk through the window. I'll try not to upset you too much from now on, Jackie.
Sean, shut it. Look, Jackie, if something has happened to you, which it obviously has, it must be worth finding out how much you can do. Never know when it might come in handy. For instance, what's really getting up your nose now, apart from Sean?
Hey!
Nothing really.
There must be something.
Well, the reporters, I suppose.
Yes.
Rumbling away outside, shouting through the window at Mum.
Well, why not just picture them all out there and try to shut them up?
That won't work.
Close your eyes and try. You've nothing to lose.
Jackie, that is fantastic.
You've got to teach us how to do it, Jackie. Yeah. That is such a great trick.
Okay, let's go for it. No. Wait. There's somebody in my head. Just like in the classroom. There's somebody poking around in my head. You back there! What do you think you're doing? Get out! Do you hear me? Get out! You're trespassing!
What is it, Cheever?
You all right?
Fine. You look like death. What happened? She saw me in there.
What?
I was keeping an eye on things while we talked and she saw me lurking at the back of her mind.
It means her power is growing by the minute.
I think she's going to teach the other two how to use the power.
She can't. Once it starts to spread, we're done for.
I think we may be done for already.
Council must meet in emergency session tonight. So I decree. You all must appear to give testimony. This matter must be attended to once and for all, before it gets totally out of hand. It's that young policeman. Let him in, Becky. No, don't just lift the latch from there. Cross to the door. Open it properly.
Sorry.
Well, now there's a sight you don't often see, WPC Bell. The wolfhounds of the press, silent and sullen, on the doorstep of their prey. Strange. Does this mean that Little Red Riding Hood is now safe? Hello, chaps. Hope the story you're chasing is not proving too elusive. Well, WPC Bell, not a question or an answer to be had. Very bizarre.
Certainly is, sir.
Do I recognize the hand of Miss Jackie Lamont, perhaps?
How many times do I have to tell you all my daughter is not giving it... Oh.
Mrs. Lamont, what a pleasure to meet you finally. I've been looking forward to this moment for some time. B.Q. Brown, a simple enough name, but enough to mark me out. Ministry of Defence, my card.
Oh, really? Well, do come in. I'm just making a cup of tea.
Splendid. And do you mind if my assistant, WPC Bell, joins us?
But of course not. We've already met. Come in, Polly.
Thanks.
Mum's talking to a man called B.Q. Brown. A simple enough name, but enough to mark me out. He's from the Ministry of Defence. He says he wants to interview me, but really he wants me to go to the burning field with him tonight. What's the matter with you both? Why are you staring at me like that? Speak to me!
Don't you realise, Jackie?
You've just read the bloke's mind. Without any effort, or even seeing what he looks like, or even closing your eyes. You've read his mind.
So why does he want to meet me?
It's not just you, Mr. Cranford, it's the whole of the family. Well, the council, more likely.
And this B.Q. Brown of the Ministry of Defence. RM section, no doubt.
Yes, he's their leader.
Murderers.
Baby butchers.
Child burners.
Murderers.
That was all a long time ago.
Not to us, it's not. We recall it in our prayers every day.
So, you won't meet him then?
Oh, we'll meet him, all right. Just tell him not to expect too friendly a reception.
So, the department sent me to speak to you, Miss Lamont, and see what you can tell us of your adventures on and off the field. So, in your own words, what happened?
I'm afraid it's pretty much as in the tabloids, Mr. Brown. I disappeared and can't remember where I disappeared to, and I reappeared and can't remember where that was either.
And how did you manage to get home?
Mandy came to collect me.
And how did Mandy know you needed collecting?
I don't know.
Just think about what your dad would say, Jackie.
Mum, okay.
Just tell the truth.
So, Jackie, you don't mind me calling you Jackie?
No, that's fine.
Jackie, you look worried. There's no need to. You've done nothing wrong. And this could be an immensely important scientific discovery you've stumbled across. A breakthrough we've been waiting years for. If we can find how it's happened, and how to repeat it, the world will be thrilled. No more mobile phones on public transport. Wonderful.
What about what happened at college today?
You think you were responsible for that, Jackie?
I was angry. I closed my eyes and it happened. It could have been me doing it.
If you had any inkling as to what might happen when you closed your eyes, you would have been in the wrong. But I don't believe you did you?
No, I had no idea.
Then lose no sleep. Just remember what you could probably do if you got really angry. And keep a rein on your temper, eh?
I will.
Oh, one last thing. The reporters outside are very quiet. Tell me about that.
Sorry. I was with Sean and Mandy in the bedroom and we decided to experiment. Their constant shouting at Mum seemed a good thing to try to stop.
And it stopped?
Immediately.
So, no harm done. As long as you break the spell before they go off home.
Spell?
Yes. At a guess, I'd say a form of hypnotism. Harmless in itself, but important that it is cancelled.
I'll close my eyes and do it now.
Extraordinary.
Amazing. Quite amazing. Now, I'd like to think of tonight as a two-pronged exercise.
Yes, sir?
As I understand it, the Cranford Council should be finished at approximately 10?
That's what Iron Peter said, yes.
Perfect timing. I will talk to whatever members of the council make themselves available at that point.
Iron Peter did point out that though they'll see you, it's not going to be the happiest of meetings for them or for you. They view you as representing an ancient enemy.
And who can blame them? But still, what I have to suggest may go some way to lifting their gloom. So, having faced the Cranford Council and no doubt taken a drubbing, I would then like to catch up with you, WPC Bell.
Mm-hmm.
If we come and pick you and Jackie up at the Lamont sometime before midnight, by which time I am presuming the various police forces should be in place ringing the field, so no one can get off or on it without our say-so.
The sergeant's putting the cordon in place while you're with the Cranfords, so no one will be allowed entrance to the field after 10:15.
Well, what more is there to say except good luck on the night?
What do you hope to achieve, sir?
In all probability, their family history is as well known to them as the family Bible is to many other people. And I have questions to be asked going back hundreds of years.
You want to know what happened when the children died on the burning field?
I want to know what happened in the days and weeks before the children played in that field.
And what do you think you'll find?
I think I'll find that with a whoosh of fire and a trailing trail of flame and smoke, a star came out of the night sky and landed in the very centre of that field, while they hid in their cottages, terrified by the visitation. I will also expect to find that the next day, when their courage returned, and they went looking for the star in the field, there was no trace of it to be found at all.
What makes you think...
It is recorded! Astronomers around that time saw what they thought to be a star fall out of the sky, but could never pinpoint the exact location. I have, or rather my department has, now confirmed its existence.
How?
21st century science strikes again. While I've been busy here with my inquiries, other members of my team have been equally busy. At my behest, over the last 2 days, a series of satellite photographs, using a wide variety of filters, have been taken over the field. It has been penetrated from every possible angle. It would appear that buried towards the centre of the burning field, there is what appears to be a large object, an extraordinary large circular object that is apparently not of this world.
And what do you hope to achieve by taking Jackie Lamont there in the dead of night?
Time exposure of this large object has confirmed there is movement inside it. I believe that is where Jackie Lamont disappeared to the other night. And I'm hoping that Jackie can lead both her and me back inside the object so I can discuss with whoever or whatever inhabits it its presence here on Earth.
In The Children of Witchwood, Michael Cochrane was BQ Brown. Wendy Baxter was Jackie Lamont, Emily Chennery was Mandy Lamont, Scott Gray was Sean Lamont, and Jilly Bond was their mother. Laurence Saunders was Jason Cranford, Jez Thomas was Cheever Cranford, Becky Wright was Becky Cranford, and Robert Lister was Iron Peter. Lorraine Cody was WPC Polly Bell, and Daniel Secretary was DC Danny Sparks. The Children of Witchwood was written by Wally K. Daly and directed in Birmingham by Jenny Stevens. The Children of Witchwood by Wally K. Daly. Episode 5.
My name is Peter Cranford. I'm leader of the Cranford clan by right of birth. I carry the title Iron Peter. It's an honourable title. The original Iron Peter was the one child who escaped the fires of the witch hunters all those hundreds of years ago, by playing the village idiot. The other 6 children died so he might live and the clan survive. So the responsibility of holding such an important office is indeed great. Yes, it's a little-known fact that the 6 children did have the power to defeat those who tied them to the stakes and set them alight, small as they were. They could have broken the brains of their tormentors with a simple bolt of thought, put the flame at their feet out with a localized storm, pulled out the stakes without moving a muscle, and impaled their captors with them. But they did none of those things. So why did they die? So the clan could survive. They knew beyond a shadow of doubt that if they had killed the witch hunters that day, armies would have descended, seeking revenge.
We have strange happenings in the world. I'll call upon the young ones, Councillor Jason, plus Becky and Cheever to make report, but I must first forewarn of an unexpected visitor who will be joining later. He is a government representative from the Ministry of Defence.
Not the RM. comment section.
I'm afraid he is. We will, of course, hold our anger in check. He will be a guest at our campfire and treated with the due courtesies that requires.
Why is he coming?
I haven't read him, but I imagine he needs our help.
To do what?
That I can only surmise.
And will we help him?
First, we will hear his case and what he seeks, and then decide.
It's just amazing.
You can hear me?
As clearly as if you were in the room with me, but you're right inside my head. Jackie?
Yes. I'm here, sat downstairs with the WPC and Mum. They have no idea I'm talking to you both.
But what now? We can talk to each other without being together, which is great. But what else?
I think it's too early to know. But I have a feeling we have some pretty exciting things at our disposal. Just look at something, anything nearby, and try to lift it without touching.
Got my shoes at the end of the bed.
My jacket's on the peg on the door.
Okay. So, think lifting them.
Brilliant. I lifted the shoes.
Same here with the jacket. No problem.
You all right, Jackie?
Sorry. Yeah, fine.
It's the girl who's the big danger. She can't help but show herself to be enormously bright in class. And today, she got so angry with the teacher who accused her of cheating that if it hadn't been for the combined efforts of Cheever, Becky and myself, the teacher would have been killed.
Could I interrupt to say, at the command of Iron Peter, I've been keeping a watching brief on the girl and her brother and sister, hiding in the shadows at the back of her mind. In the last hour, she has opened the route to the power to her brother and sister. And they have just discovered, as well as mind talking, they can levitate objects simply by thinking about it.
We must step in and do something now.
Like what, Jason? Exterminate, as in the bad old days?
They weren't so bad. At least our secret was safe.
Authorities present in the lane. Beat you Brown and DC Danny Sparks approach, Iron Peter.
What now?
We wait.
How long?
Just long enough for them to let us know that they're in charge of the meeting.
They know we're here?
Oh, yes, guaranteed.
How?
Did you not feel an itching at the back of your mind as we approached the barn?
No, I can't say I did.
Perhaps I've been around the mystical for too long.
I think it might now be appropriate to take on board the thoughts of the man from the RM section of the Ministry of Defence. He now sits outside in his car with the detective constable, who we will not allow to join us. I should tell you, I think he knows we can see into his mind. Becky, bring him in, alone.
Very good, thank you.
I had ordered them, as leader, to hold their peace and treat him with respect. But as he walked in, so impeccably dressed in suit and tie, handkerchief at his breast pocket, silver-haired and smooth, obviously representing the forces that had almost destroyed our society and our way of life all those hundreds of years ago, the villagers simply couldn't hold their peace. It was too much I'd asked of them. From generation to generation, they'd heard their elders talk of what they would do if this brute ever stood before them. And now he did.
Murderer.
Child killer.
Killer. Slaughterer.
Murderer.
Murderer.
I didn't stop them. I knew I must let them first vent their rage if we were to achieve anything here tonight. I looked in the mind of the policeman outside. He could clearly hear the shouting and was in something of a panic. As he reached for the radio to call for help, I put him to sleep. It was Cheever who finally broke the moment and brought a sort of sanity back to the meeting. He simply stood, walked boldly to the centre of the council's circle.
You are being listened to by a young incomer girl who is not only frightened by your anger and what you are doing to this innocent man, but she could, I believe, have the power to intervene if you don't stop. Listen to yourselves and be ashamed.
And at that moment, an extraordinary moment, there shimmered at Cheever's side a beautiful young girl. Insubstantial, not fully present, a chimera drifting between here and somewhere else, who slowly turned and looked around the chamber, glancing from angry, contorted face to angry, contorted face, with a look of horror in her eyes. And then, shaking her head as if in disbelief at what she was seeing, was suddenly shimmering once more, and disappeared as quickly as she had arrived. The whole room sat in a stunned silence for what seemed a lifetime, until the man from the RM section broke it.
That, I believe, you will find, is Miss Jackie Lamont, a lady of rather special and newly discovered talents, who it will be my pleasure to be escorting to the burning field, after we have finished our business here. Now, gentlemen, and ladies, of course, I wonder if we could proceed?
Come.
Sorry to bother you, Mandy. Something really strange has happened.
Jackie gone missing.
How did you know?
She fills me in on everything just at the moment. Hang on a sec, Sean's coming in. Sean, get in here. I need your help.
On my way.
Jackie's gone missing, yeah?
Yes. So, where is she?
Just coming up the stairs to find out where you are.
Oh, so there you are. Good job I'm not a prisoner, otherwise you'd be on a charge. You dozed off. I popped off to the loo without waking you.
Oh, sorry. Well, good to have you back. See you downstairs. Mr. Brown should be collecting us any time now.
Where have you been?
You disappeared. I know. And appeared somewhere else.
Where?
At the Cranfords. They're having some sort of a meeting there and giving Mr. Brown a hard time. As far as I can understand it, all the Cranfords have the power I have, and now you have. And they're trying to keep it a big secret. Or they've kept it a big secret for years. And are now worried we're going to let the cat out of the bag.
Considering he had been given such a testing and a toasting time by my people, B.Q. Brown was still amazingly affable. But his request for our assistance, when it came, surprised all those who had had the courtesy not to read his thoughts before he spoke. He stood to address council, and silence fell like a mantle over the gathering.
My department has long believed that some of you, if not all of you, have certain skills that you are not too happy that the world knows about. The display of these skills originally in 1650 led to the inappropriate death of children of the Cranford family. Why we of the RM section now think that you have these sixth sense skills is from various pointers about your lifestyle. You are blessed with children who don't have mobile phones. You probably can't understand what a godsend that is, but let me assure you, it is. I will not labour the matter, but under various headings, we know of your sixth sense capability in various well-established areas. You, because of a certain tragic happening in your history, believe as a given that we want to harvest those skills you possess for military purposes. This simply is no longer true. What we want, my department and I, is something much more mundane. We want to give an opportunity for all the people who want these extraordinary skills to have them.
Everyone?
It would undoubtedly change the face of England, and then the world. And that is what we want to do. How do you know I'm telling the truth? The answer is very simple. Have a look. My mind is open to you. Feel free to wander.
And B.Q. Brown sat down and closed his eyes, and we did exactly that. Wandered through his mind. And yes, he was telling the truth. The vision he had, which he had not so far shared with his superiors, was quite simply breathtaking. He would, for the best and most honourable reasons, change the face of the earth, ease the blight and the plight of the starving and disadvantaged worldwide, eradicate famine and drought within our lifetime, make the whole world infinitely more fair and fertile than it was at the present time. And the reason for his magnanimity saddened us all as we read it in his mind, and confirmed the truth of what he was saying. Mr. Brown was dying. His heart on the point of collapse and no cure available. And after a good and fulfilled life, such a gift to humanity from him and his department would, he felt, make his life complete. After a while, he sensed we'd all seen enough, both to satisfy our curiosity and to lay our fears, and to feel a sorrow at his plight. He then opened his eyes and stood up again. And then, having undoubtedly won us over, revealed the fact he knew our greatest secret, and perhaps our greatest failing.
I believe whoever exists under the burning field believes the same as I do. I believe whoever they are, wherever they're from, their purpose was to open the doorway to this sixth sense wonderland that we could all so easily possess, not just for the chosen few in this village of Witchwood, but for the many in the world at large. Sadly, I believe that the decision your forefathers made to keep this secret was wrong. And I want this council now to reverse that decision from hundreds of years ago and help me in every way you can to contact those beings or people or aliens under the burning field and put in motion the process of the changing of the world that I think from the outset was meant to happen.
Your government would never allow it. To change the world as they know it for all time? Not be to their liking. No.
Aunt Peter, if you'll excuse the familiarity of addressing you by title, I am not for now necessarily desperately keen on letting my government know what is on my mind until the matter is satisfactorily concluded. The question is, if called upon to do so, will you and your clansmen help?
That is for the council to decide. So, time will tell. Thank you for joining us, and goodbye.
Thank you all for listening so graciously. Goodbye.
As he left the meeting and approached the car that had brought him, I awoke the sleeping constable. And as they drove away, council discussed in earnest his far-reaching request. We had to address decisions made by our forefathers hundreds of years in the past, and, if need be, have the strength to find them wrong, and change the Bible that ruled our lives.
We can't change our way of life and a lifetime of belief on the word of a man who represents those who butchered our forefathers.
Jason's right. We mustn't be swayed by glib words from a dying man into throwing away our birthright.
Jason is wrong. If BQ Brown is right, then we've kept our gift away from the world for far too long.
I agree with that. The answer's simple. Consult the Testament.
Well said, Cheever. So it shall be. So I decree.
In the dark darkness of night it came.
From the velvet sky.
Flames shooting from it.
A beautiful trail of fire.
A noise of wind so loud.
All awoke and stared in wonder.
And then smashing into Maple Acre.
Bairns crying out in fear.
Next morning, no sign to be seen.
As ever, men went to the fields.
The women worked round the house.
And the children, 7 there were.
Went to the field and disappeared.
So much fear.
Where had they gone?
But back they came the following day.
And told wondrous stories. How every child
will finally have the power.
This was the gift.
That those inside the star
had come to give the world.
While buried out of sight.
Forevermore.
Under Maypole Acre.
Under Maypole Acre.
Under Maypole Acre.
Under Maypole Acre.
Mrs. Lamont, I'm delighted you've given permission.
As long as Polly's with you all the time, I shan't worry.
WPC Bell will be with us every step of the way, won't you, Polly?
I will indeed.
As indeed will Detective Constable Sparks.
Will I?
Oh, yes, undoubtedly. So, shall we be on our way?
Oh, yes, I'll get her. Jackie, time to be going.
On my way, Mum.
Look after her, Mr. Brown. She's special.
I assure you I will, Mrs. Lamont. I assure you I will.
Right. Keep in touch. We will.
Yeah, sure.
Jackie, take care.
I will.
So, Jackie, we retrace your steps, or the steps of you, Mandy and Sean. We left the college 10 minutes ago. We've now passed the corner where Mandy tells us the Cranford boys and girls were hanging out. We've climbed over the fence where it says, keep our private property, and we journey across the burning field at an easy pace. So, how far are we walking before something untoward happened?
I can't remember.
Okay. So, in toto, how long's the walk from fence in to fence out?
We had it tested. On average, 10 minutes.
Okay, so now, checking my watch, we're approaching 5 minutes into our walk.
They're here.
Who's here?
Them. Listen. Can't you hear them?
What can you hear?
As anticipated, they are here.
Prepare to take on board.
Prepared.
Narcotize subjects and companions.
Narcotization underway.
This is the music we heard. Isn't it fantastic? Isn't it just fantastic?
Danny, there's something not right here.
What?
What are we doing here?
What are you talking about?
We're on a field. It's pitch black. What are we doing here?
I don't know. Well, if in doubt, ask a copper. There's loads of them about. Excuse me? Sergeant? What's going on?
Good Lord. DC Danny, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be in the middle of the field looking after that man from the ministry.
What man from the ministry?
The man in charge of this old shooting match. Plus the little girl who went missing.
What little girl?
The little girl who you're supposed to be chaperoning, Polly. Well, did you ever? A veritable gardener's wonderland. A woodland glade. A touch of sun. Flowers galore. Somewhere nearby a brook playing. Birds, bees, gentle in the background. A scene of such idyllic serenity that I have often dreamt of, but never seen. Paradise indeed.
It is from your mind.
I should have guessed as much. So here I am, all by myself, in paradise, with a disjointed voice in my head, and... Ah, yes. My companion Jackie, your most recent visitor, with the magically restored teeth. She is safe, I trust.
Yes. Simply sleeping in her own scene of choice, which is her bedroom at home, where she will remain until it is time for you both to leave.
So we will be leaving?
Yes. The condition of your leaving is up to you.
Sounds ominous.
The opposite. You think we are alien, but no. We are from your own future. Not alien, but of Earth. We are a simple, long-established charitable trust. In this period of time, the 21st century, you have charities formed with the aim of making life better for children. Volunteers travel to areas of want and need and try to help as best they can. We are of the same persuasion, a charity enhancing children's lives, but hundreds of years in your future. The third millennium. This unit, which arrived 350 years ago, is robotically manned, as indeed are all such units. Our medical facilities are unparalleled in the universe. Our task is not totally selfless. The healthier we can make children in this age, the healthier their children, our forefathers, will be. On this unit, which the charity terms a hospital ship, we can care and cure any human ailment. It is also a main plank of our brief, to open any child treated in the unit to the extraordinary gift with which, for some reason, children of this period are not yet blessed.
The sixth sense?
Yes. In approximately 500 years, all the world's population will have had their sixth sense revealed, and it is believed that the seeding of the hospital ships throughout the world by our charity is, in the main, responsible for this happening. Sadly, this facility in England is not seen as a success. We have treated too few children, and many of these children treated have gone on to die.
Do you know why?
Yes. Their brains were eviscerated by those who feared our presence.
Using the ability you had given them?
Sadly, yes.
With luck, that will change.
We know. That is why I am talking to you now. You who are not a child and outside our brief.
Explain.
You have started wheels in motion that must continue for us to do our job properly. We need your help in that. But you are going to die very soon, and that is unfortunate.
I cannot argue with that. I'm not exactly over the moon about it myself.
We only deal with children. That is our brief. But our controller knows the efforts you have made on our behalf, and it has been agreed in council that if you give permission, we can attend to your problem.
You can repair my heart.
It will be as new.
I've seen Jackie's teeth. Feel free to go ahead.
There is one last factor. We cannot suspend revealing your sixth sense. If you accept the operation, you'll also have to have your sixth sense revealed.
Go ahead. I rather look forward to seeing what the world really thinks of me.
It is at this point the story truly begins. B.Q. Brown and his visit to our council has become part of our testament. His successful treatment, his emergence with a new heart, and the revelation of his sixth sense by the people of our future have become part of the history of the world. We Cranfords, at his behest, stopped hiding our talents and set to diminish the fear of it by teaching others our simple sixth sense skills. All of us, B.Q. Brown, the Lamonts, and the Cranford clan, are proud that between us we have changed the world. For good. Forever. Come the moment, enjoy being a sixth senser. It is truly your birthright.
In The Children of Witchwood, Michael Cochrane was BQ Brown. Wendy Baxter was Jackie Lamont. Emily Chennery was Mandy Lamont. Scott Gray was Sean Lamont. And Jilly Bond was their mother. Laurence Saunders was Jason Cranford. Jez Thomas was Cheever Cranford. Becky Wright was Becky Cranford. And Robert Lister was Ian Peter. Lorraine Cody was WPC Polly Bell. And Daniel Secretary was DC Danny Sparks. The Children of Witchwood was written by Wally K. Daly and directed in Birmingham by Jenny Stevens.